Well, all my life, as I think I said previously, I resented the fact that the way that Mexico has been portrayed. So a group of young men, not actors, came to me and said, Ricardo, we are trying to have a voice that the producers will hear, and trying to, portray Mexico in a better light. I said, yeah. Would you form an organization like this and be the front of it? So I said, well, let me think a minute. And I talked to friends, and they said, don't you get involved in this. Hollywood would say, no, no, no. It's a militant. If you complain, don't get, no, please don't get. I say, no, but my God, I owe Mexico something. And I owe the United States something. I want Mexico and the United States to know each other better. I'll form an organization. I'll do the organization. What is the name? Well, originally it was going to be Mexico because, as I said, the bandits were always Mexicans. They were not Argentinians, Mexicans. That's what I wanted, to get rid of the bandits. But many of the other nationalities of Latin America came to me and said, Ricardo, we also are in the same boat in a way. Please include us. I said, all right. So I got the word Nosotros. Nosotros means we in Spanish language. Meant we of Spanish-speaking origin. Nosotros, as the name of the organization. What are the goals? Very simple goals. First, to correct the image on the screen. To correct the image on the screen. Second, to be judged by our ability or lack of ability. If we don't have the ability, we don't deserve the role. What we do deserve is the opportunity to compete for that role. If Eli Wallach can play a Mexican bandit better than I can, he should do it. Because in the final analysis, the better actor should get the role. But we would like very much to have the opportunity to compete for the role. Perhaps there are some actors among us who could do even a more creditable job as a Mexican bandit than Eli Wallach. If not, Eli Wallach, God bless you, do the role. So it's the opportunity with the seeking. Please let us compete. Also, to be judged, I say, by our ability or lack of ability, not by our name. Because many actors changed and anglicized their names, and lo and behold, they were playing roles. They have no accent, you see. They were playing roles all over the place. The minute they changed their names. Before they were playing bandits. Changed, anglicized their name, now they're playing even Shakespeare in New York, So we want to keep our name, We're very honored to bear the name of family or friends. So please don't let us change our name. What is a name? They judge us by our ability. And finally, to have a workshop where our actors could increase their ability so that when the opportunity arises, they can fend for themselves more advantageously, you see. So those are the simple, very simple principles. Do you think Hollywood almost blackmailed me? Blacklisted me in a way. What is he complaining about? Go back, ungrateful son of a gun. And I couldn't get a job. Couldn't get a job in town. Then there was a very militant group called Justicia, which means justice in Spanish, Justicia. And they were very militant young men who, when I found the organization, they were going to kill me. And in front of the little shop that we had, a little building where we had a little theater, minimal space, but a little theater there. In front one day, letters about this big, in red, and then with drops of blood like this, saying, Montalban must die, underlined. And then we had the benefit of the Hollywood Bowl, and I was the master of ceremonies, and the FBI came and said, no, you can't go on there. Why? Because Justicia says that they have spotters all over the place with guns around the Hollywood Bowl from the hills, and they'll kill you if you were on the stage. Then they used to call my home and scare my kids. Your dad. So finally I went by myself to where Justicia was, in East Los Angeles. And I knocked on their door, and they opened the door. And they saw me. And they said, well, may I come in? And they let me in. Of course, posters of, communist things, and of course, Zapata and Villa, which is fine, and very militant all around me and by. And I said, what do you want? I said, well, I am here because I understand I'm going to be killed. And I am not a hero. I'm afraid to die. I don't want to die. I have a wife and 4 children. I don't want to die. But before I die, I would like to know why it is that you are going to kill me. Well, man, because you're a Tio Taco, an Uncle Tom. When we want to talk to producers, they say, no, we're already talking to Ricardo Montalban. So you've got to go, man. You've got to go, man, because we're not from El Barrio. You're not a Chicano. No, I'm not a Chicano. I'm a Mexican. I'm not a Chicano. I know where I belong. I guess you don't. Chicano, I don't know what Chicano means, but no, I'm a Mexican, so I respect it. So is that why? I say, I thought that in the war against injustice, because Hollywood has been very unjust, you need the army, the Marines, the kamikazes, perhaps. Maybe that's what you are. But I thought you needed also the ambassadors, to have a tactful meeting with people and opening doors through dialogue, and diplomacy. I think you need a diplomatic department too, and I thought that was the role that I could do. But if you think that I'm on your way, I'll go. I'll go back to play tennis. I'm dedicating too much time to this thing. I have neglected my career. Perhaps I can open doors in Hollywood again for myself, because right now I can't. I've been able to get a role. I'd be delighted if that's what you want. I thought I could contribute. As if I were not in the room, the 2 leaders looked at each other and said, hey, man, he sounds sincere. Yeah. I'd say, I am sincere. All right. Listen, I want you to meet my mother, one of the main leaders. And I go, sure. And he took me to their home, and the door opens, and there's the mother. Ricardo, man, kiss me both cheeks at once. I got to see you, and the kids. Ricardo. So wonderful, so warm, And so then this fellow became a friend after that. There was no more. It's like it was Maimonides, the great Jewish philosopher and rabbi, who said many years ago, he said, I will destroy my enemies by making them friends. And that's what happened there. I made them friends. Where is the enemy? Disappeared. I wish the world would listen to that advice. But anyway, after that, I had to go. I couldn't get a job, and I had to go on the road. Nosotros went through a very bad period in which we almost lost it. And now we got it back again, and we are in better shape than ever. We have a president called Jerry Velasco, who's very imaginative, and he's really giving his life to it. Wonderful. I can't anymore as I used to, I'm still the director, I'm the founding president, and the chairman of the board of the Ricardo Montalban Foundation. And we have bought a theater, and they insist on putting my name on the theater, which would be very lovely. I didn't want that. I wanted just Nosotros. But they said, no, in Hollywood there's the Henry Fonda Theater. It'd be wonderful for the community to have a Hispanic name, the Ricardo Montalban Theater. Why not, Ricardo? Come on. So, well, if you think it's important, very important, very good, very positive. So it looks perhaps that that's going to happen.